Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Man convicted of Chanel robbery, New York City, facing up to 40 years in prison. Ah, what doth begath our society yet again? Chanel. Yeah. Subscribe to my channel before we get to it. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Get access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon, superdacob all spelled together there as well for extra perks. Thank you to all my members and patrons who have already pledged. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience, darling. I film every Saturday on my main channel and you're all welcome to join the chats. Hello everybody. So listen you guys, Yahoo Entertainment reported a man convicted of Chanel robbery in New York City is facing up to 40 years in prison. Okay. So, he comes from Brooklyn. Robbery charges by a jury on Tuesday, March 29th. So, we're filming now. It's April 2nd as we're filming. So, just a couple of days ago, the news hit. And it was kind of like a sort of a hit and run. The man is in his 30s. He was arrested 18 days after the robbery in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, allegedly. By the way, everything I'm saying in this video is for entertainment purposes only. So, allegedly is the word du jour. I'm just here to entertain you, baby. Okay? Now, listen to this. The U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York said that the man, I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to, had threatened a security guard by flashing the handle of a gun in his waistband. Now, the funny thing is, he was with other two accomplices, and it seems that only he was caught, but I don't know if the other two were caught, but the reason why he was caught, this is the funniest part about all of this. Now, apparently he didn't have a gun. He just faked to have a gun in his pocket. As the security guard allegedly approached him to stop him, the guy was kind of reaching for, like, making it look like he's going to reach for a gun. So the security guy was like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to risk my life for Chanel baglets. Thank you very much. Take your baglets and geet. And the other two people also snatched some bags and then they ran like the Dickens. Now, it is reported that allegedly over $200,000 worth of goods were stolen in this hit and run without a hit, really. It was just a run. And let me show you the picture but here, okay. This is the funny thing. Why is it funny? Because we are Chanel bag lovers. Now, what do you say about what he stole? Like, do we like it? Because the yellow bag, I'm kind of thinking, it's a double flap though. It's a little bit uncomfortable to use, but that's a yellow double flap. When I zoomed in, I noticed it's a double flap and I was like, oh yes, queen. She doth stoletheth a yellow double flap, which why not? And then I think that little blue thing looks like a wallet on chain, a 255 wallet on chain. And then there's like a beigey green type of baglet that also, I mean, now the problem here is, however, reportedly, as reported by the news outlets, the bags were attached to security chains, like little straps. Allegedly, he tore them off. So I'm thinking, so the bags are damaged now. Because if you rip it off, you're probably going to damage the chain of the bag at least. But this I don't know. But here's the funny part. The guy, Mr. Einstein, bragged about stealing the bags on social media, of all places. And I'm like, oh, come on. Like, seriously? You're going to stick it to the man and then you're going to brag about it? You know that goes wrong, boo-boo. You don't do that. So apparently why he was caught is because you see that photo of the 19 bag? He got caught allegedly because he started posting pictures of the bags that he stole on social media, bragging about the fact that he has a bunch of bags now and that he could open his own Chanel boutique. I mean, Anna Delvey, darling, I think you and this dude should do business together. Because, I mean, you know. So, obviously they caught him because, you know, honey child, no, says Chris. I mean, you can't make this shit up. So he bragged about it. He got caught. And now he's facing up to 40 years in prison. Yeah. Jesus says that's $200,000. Now, this is an interesting point. I think that the $200,000 were not just stolen by him. I think the loss that the boutique made between the three burglars together was $200,000. I'm just speculating here because, as I said, it appears that only he was caught, the other two were not. A bit shady there, the article, I'm not so sure. But they do report only about him being in particular caught because allegedly he was the only one who posted on social media bragging about the fact that he has a bunch of bags now, that he could open up his own Chanel boutique, and he sold all of them almost, I guess, before he was caught finally. So if you add the other two people, I guess that adds up to what Chanel claims to be $200,000 in retail. The towel says it all. The bags got wet in the bad weather, says T-Pal. Oh my God, you know what? That could be really the case because it does look like his heather gray hoodie. It looks like it's wet on the shoulder. It looks like it's raining. But then again, the snow would have melted if it were raining. But then again, the sidewalk is all melted. So it might have been raining and the bags might have gotten wet and hence the towel. Oh my God, that's a good point. T-Pal, that's a really good point. And if they broke anything, that would add to the damage costs, says Lanier. Jack says he sold them all in just over 2 weeks. Yeah, so it seems. I mean, listen, I do not think that he pondered upon making silly he got the bags for free. Yeah, guys. It's not like he's going to try to sell this bag for $5,000 up and upwards of $5,000. He's probably going to want to get rid of the merch. The merch. You got to get rid of the merch as soon as possible because it's hot merch. So I'm sure he had friends, girlfriends of friends. First he would ask around. I'm just speculating here. Chicks of all the dudes of his homies, and be like, hey, and he probably, a couple hundred per bag, maybe 1,000. I mean, if he got lucky. But I don't think that if you got these hot commodities and you want to get rid of them quickly, I don't think that you're going to try to strike a $5,000 deal per bag. I don't think that's happening. So if you're giving them for a cheaper price out, yeah, of course you're going to sell them soon. People know what they're buying, right? The humidity says, the humidity of it all. So is Chanel going to tell the court that he is guilty of making them lose $200,000? They would have to spread it out between the three of them if all three get caught. But it doesn't matter, you guys. You know why? Because by the time his court date happens, Chanel's prices would have gone up. So by the time he goes to court, Chanel is going to say, oh, honey, 200,000, darling. That was in February, darling. The lawsuit is happening in April, darling. Now it's 400,000 because our prices have gone up, darling. This is Chanel for you, baby. You can't even steal something in peace because they're going to make you pay triple because of the price increases. That's a good question, Lanier. Are the people who bought from him liable as accessories to the crime? I don't think so if they did not know that the bags were stolen because everybody is free to sell their own goods. Is everybody by law? Must you provide a proof of purchase if you're reselling something that is yours? This I do not know. I am no lawyer, so I cannot tell you how the law is there. But I know on secondhand websites where I have purchased often, nobody ever offered me proof of purchase. And especially, how can you offer proof of purchase? Some things were bought already pre-loved by somebody who bought them pre-loved as well, and then you're just the third person selling it on. So I don't know how much of a liability is it to purchase something from a thief if you don't know that this is a thief that stole these goods. So I don't know how much you are an accessory to a crime, but you sure are buying an accessory if you're buying a Chanel bag. Ryan says there might have been 100K of stickers in those bags. Debbie says, stolen goods. I think the law varies on that point. Someone broke the window of my car and stole my Dior bar jacket, says Olival, that I had just picked up. My baby and I are thankful it was just a jacket and not us. Exactly. At least you got your health. But also, don't ever leave anything in your car, you guys. I mean, if you leave your car, take your stuff with, especially if you have luxury goods that have branding on them. The bag choice is an accessory crime, sweetie darling. Oh yes, right, Jack. The choices of those bags is an accessory crime. I know. Actually, Coco should have said that, but well said, Jack. That is so true. Could you imagine the fashion police? Because once he goes to court and Chanel sues him, then he's going to have to go to court, and the fashion police are going to sue him, and then the fashion police are going to find him guilty for crime accessories because those accessories are a crime. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you. Subscribe.